Hi Taurus, and welcome to your Avalon Rituals special Valentine's tarot reading. My name is Julia. Thank you for tuning in. And as you can see today with a little bit more pink because I thought it just appropriate for Valentine's Day, and I thought I'm gonna share with you my fairy self for the first time now. I actually thought about doing the tarot readings always as my fairy self, but then decided to just do it as me. So now a little special with my fairy self here. And I thought the last time I smudged you guys and smudged the place, and I want to do something different. I'm gonna do the singing bowling. So if you don't want to be relaxed now and are just interested in the reading, just skip a little bit forward. I'm just gonna do a little tiny tuning in for you guys and for myself. Wow, that was the high tone that I don't always get. I usually get the low tone, which is also really beautiful, but that was completely the high tone. Wow, what a vibration. I hope this comes through the video. I really hope so, because it was just really beautiful. And yeah, so Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising. Let's have a little look. So, what are the energies at the moment? Wow. Taurus, right? Transformation time, right? You are going through a big transformation at the moment. You are transforming old patterns, releasing old energies from your system. There's a lot that is being brought to the light, which means there might be things coming up that are a bit uncomfortable, but also here's the dark, here's the light side. I feel like it's been transmuted into the light, and it's good for you to rise above everything like the phoenix. So now we're having the Valentine's reading, which means we are, of course, in the topic of relationships and your love interest and stuff like that. And I do feel like this transformation you're going through is also something that is like stretching onto your relationship area, no matter if you are involved with someone or you aren't. I do feel like you're transforming major things at the moment, especially because of the combination here with the core. That's a liberation. So let's hold them both in the camera. So there is a really big transformation going on. It's a liberating you, it's a new awakening, a new liberation. You're gonna rise like the phoenix from the ashes, and it does feel like there might even have been such a transformation in your relationship that old things have been, like the shadows have been brought into the light, and you are able to release them and to let them go. It could also be, I see already the other cards. So for some of you, this might be the end of a relationship, that there came an end for a relationship, and therefore relationship. Yes, sometimes we are having a relationship. That's right. Anyway, so so this could also indicate that the relationship is ending and you are liberating yourself. So it's a quite interesting center energy, because I do feel for a lot of you, because that was the first thing that I got, was you are going through a big transformation. Your relationship is going through a big transformation. And of course, if you're going through a transformation, that is reaching out into your love life. Because it's about what are you going to attract, what patterns, what wounds are healed, so you don't attract the same wounds in your life anymore, because also our wounds are attracting each other. So that's really interesting. But I do feel for some of you it could mean that a relationship is ending, and there is a big release, a big liberation. Um, yeah, as I've said, I do feel for the most it is more something like I do feel like for the most it's not about the ending of a relationship, but please let me know how you resonate with it. So what are you thinking about? Oh, you can't really see this card here, can you? You are thinking about the Seven of Air, so this is a really sneaky card. It's like being clever. It says that you might need to be clever about how you approach things to really get what you want. But this also has a little bit of a sneaky, just like out of fear, like being left and yeah, being deceived energy. And I feel like these are fears that you have. Okay, is everything like that's not a stable card really, it's a bit a tricky card, and I do feel like this is because that's in the thoughts that this might be the fears that you have. um, as I've said, you went through a massive transformation, and I do feel what you're thinking about is something from the past. But I do feel there's a lot that is being released now. In your heart, we have the Four of Earth, and that means you don't want to let go. And that's why I do feel like you're holding on to something, and it does feel like this is actually the partnership, your love interest. And if if we are in this scenario for the few of you where the relationship has ended, I do feel like you're having a hard time to let go. But also again, I feel like for the most it is really like, okay, I'm really holding on to this. There was shit in the past, there's a big transformation, and now I want to hold on to this. In the near future we have the Seven of Earth, and this is about working for something, and also a step-by-step progress and process, not jumping over steps, maybe sometimes making small steps, but therefore solid steps. And it's like sometimes there's a time for everything. There's a time for planting the seed, there's a time for watering the seed, there's a time for just waiting, and there's a time for the harvest. And I do feel like you will come into another process of your relationship. Like there was a time to work through this thing, there was a time to do this, there was of course always a happy beginning. There were already different stages, and I feel like there is the next stage coming, maybe even the stage where you enjoy the fruits of your hard work. And talking about work, we have in the next position here the I think that's probably better, right? In the next position we have the Three of Earth, and that's about working on something, teamwork. This is also the card that indicates you, so that feels to me like you really want to work on something, and yeah, together with your partner, as this is a teamwork. It's not just you working on something, right? And the interesting thing is what is in your environment. Woohoo! We have ba-ba-da-da. Look at him, King of Fire. So this could be that you're dealing with a fire sign, which is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So this is the energy in your environment. And yeah, with the King of Fire, I do feel like that actually, and that's the only person, by the way, in the deck. We don't have any other queens or pages, so yeah, it might very likely be that you're dealing with a fire sign. Also, I see this card as someone who's very spiritual, so if you don't deal with a fire sign or with a very fiery person, it might be that this is a very spiritual person. Also, the mind and the heart are very much balanced and connected. It's a big thinker, a big picture. Yeah, and I do feel it's a very, very positive, a very active person. So, hopes and fears. The Two of Fire. The Two of Fire is embracing the unknown, and you, Taurus, well, you rather know what you're dealing with, and change and everything is a little bit scary. I mean, it's for all of us, but especially, of course, for Taurus, who's a very solid earth sign. And here it's now about embracing the unknown, and also making plans for the future. So I do feel like the one meaning of this card is a little bit like your fear, like, oh my god, what's gonna come? For some of you, it might be exciting actually. And also, this is a card that says, yeah, make plans for the future. And the interesting thing is, with the last card, Fortune's Wheel, you're not done. You're not done yet. The Wheel of Fortune is still turning. That's the outcome, which basically means who knows what the fuck is gonna happen. Like, that's like, everything is turning, turning, turning. So, yeah, embrace the unknown again, right? From the card that we just had. Um, there is a big transformation going on. It is still going on, and with the Wheel of Fortune, it is really like you are still, uh, yeah, the you're still not there. There will be change, and embrace the unknown. Right, Taurus, I hope you resonated with the reading. If so, please leave me a comment or a like, or subscribe to the channel. If you want your own personal reading, just drop me a message on Instagram or here. I'm gonna link you everything below. And I think that's it. Looking forward to the next reading with you. Let me know if you resonated. I said this already. Anyway, have a lovely day.